Good morning, man. Real quick, this is on my mind, so hopefully I don't be on here all day. But good morning, y'all. It's Saturday morning, man. We in Memphis, baby, pound for pound. Today, they got the dealership run, the run to the dealership, and then we go from there to Beale Street to the Hard Rock Cafe. They got the whole Hard Rock Cafe set up just for us today on Beale Street, so that's gonna be hot. Then after that, it's the big sheboing, boing, boing. So it's going down. Waiting on some of y'all to get on here. This topic came about from a conversation that I had last night, and it just kind of really blew me away. That I said, you know what, let me speak on this real quick because even the person that I was chopping it up with was very confused about it, and you know, so I just figured out while it was fresh on my mind. One of the things I do, but all of my topics come from either conversations, emails, inboxes, you know, talking to you guys, asking me questions, and when one just intrigues me, that's when I, you know, but I don't plan to do anything. Okay. So to all you guys, man, listen. What we need to get the page more viewers, man. We're lacking as far as the numbers, and that's what the people are going by the numbers. They're saying that FHO does not have the strength that it needs to have. But hey, so make sure you subscribe. If you don't have a YouTube channel, make sure that you get a YouTube channel. Just simply just hook one up, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, tell a friend. Go through there, like the videos, whichever one you watch, just hit the thumbs up. All of that shit is important, man. Also, the donations help to keep me on the road. They help to keep me, bringing you guys this content, doing the research, everything. So the donations are important. I thank you guys in advance for the donations. Please hit the super chat button if you're watching this live. The only way you get the super chat button is if you have a subscribe channel. If not, we have the Cash App, $ FHOHNIC, all capitals. That is my Cash App. Or you can send money if you're watching this later via PayPal to fastharleysonly@gmail.com via PayPal. Okay, we almost there. I think we got about 20 people so far. We'll get about 25 and we're going to get into this. This is very interesting. I'm already trying to get hyped up for this today's video. Oh shit, the rest of those, I got to go get them there at the damn clubhouse. Man, fuck it, it is what it is. I bought a whole case of them. King Slim, what up? Where you been at? Good morning, Vegas. What's happening, man? My man DJ Vegas. If y'all want them fire thumb drives, there he is. He's on there. There you go, right there. All right, at least when I see the number 25, we're going to take off on the subject. At least I got to at least be talking to 25 people. Real quick, Niagara Falls, where's the information? Text me to 424-242-2355, and I will text you directly the information for Niagara Falls. We got 2 flyers, the front and the back, with all the hotel information, everything. And for those of you guys that don't know, Niagara Falls is the first official FHO run. We're calling it the first annual FHO Independence Run. For my independent riders, it's 4th of July weekend for independence. And the ride basically just constitutes us as independents, just having the freedom to come and go as we please, to do what we want to do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, let's get into this topic. Okay, so the topic is called reading and reading your bylaws, but more importantly, to have a understanding of your bylaws. And I think that's where a lot of people are making a mistake. And this is definitely important for all of your founders. Hold on, yeah. Reading versus interpretation of the bylaws. Okay. This is definitely important for all of your founders. So, make sure that you share this video. I think I'm going to bring a lot of heat on this. So the conversation came up yesterday with a young man that had met me in the lobby, pulled me to the side. He wanted to meet me. And the topic was, hey, man, we started a new chapter, blah, 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 blah. We're going to all the proper channels, to everything else. What should we be doing? And I told him, every meeting, y'all should be going over the bylaws. Every meeting. Until you get to, because I think right now they're in soft colors or whatever. But every meeting, you guys need to be going over the bylaws. That is so super important. Okay. The original 5, 7, 9 members or whatever, they should have the bylaws embedded into their mind like like learning a Bible scripture, or like learning, your security passcode for work or garage or whatever. That is so super important. Simply because that is the foundation of the entire club. The entire club rests on the fact of those 5, 7, 8, 9 members having the bylaws embedded into their mind, having them able to see a violation and correct it based on the bylaws right off the rip, not having to go back, research, being able to know that right off the rip. So the other part to that is, as well, when you're setting the foundation of the club, especially a brand new club, a new chapter or whatever, what are you building on top of? If the founding members don't know the bylaws and don't have them embedded into their mind and know, then how can you take the club any further? Also, the biggest purpose of this too is so that not just to read the bylaws and know them, but to be able to critique whatever needs to be critiqued, be able to fix whatever needs to be fixed, add to or delete it from. Because what you have to understand is this: every portion of the earth, every region has different rules and regulations for that region. So your bylaws might have came from, let's just say you're in a national organization or an organization with just 3 or 4 chapters. Your bylaws may have come from that, from the original mother chapter, but in your region, some of this stuff is not going to go. So every meeting that you guys, hey man, who is that? Charlie Boy Parker. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for that. So every meeting that you guys have, you need to be going over each and every, I don't give if you say we're going to have a meeting and then the rest, 35 minutes, an hour of the meeting, rest of it is to go over the bylaws and make sure that we're covering everything. But this is the thing. The 5 or 7 members, the 5 or 7 founding members, 7, 5, however many it is, they need to have all one interpretation of the bylaws, one understanding, one way that it is written and one way that it's said, because we all know, just like when you read the Bible, I can read a verse and you can read a verse and I can get something different from the verse. It can mean something different to you. It can be whatever. So as the original founding fathers or the original founding members of the club and all new original members or whatever, and then all members after that for sure, but definitely the foundation, what's more important than reading the bylaws is the interpretation of the rules of the bylaws. The interpretation is more than anything else, because if I read it and I saw, oh shit, okay, well that mean that, and then I don't truly understand the correct interpretation, I can violate that bylaw. I can violate it because no, I thought it meant this. This is what, when you read it, this is what it say. So when we're at these original meetings, when you start a chapter or you're coming into a club or whatever, the club, even if I would say this, if you're already in an existing club and you've been in existence for a minute already, then what you guys need to do is have a portion of the meeting or have a monthly meeting, once a month or once a quarter. I don't know, however you want to do it, to where you guys sit down and you have what you call a reading of the bylaws with all of the members, so that everybody can have an interpretation, one solid understanding, one solid interpretation of the bylaws. Because you don't never want anybody to get caught up and misread the bylaws or misunderstand the bylaws or misinterpret the bylaws, and then when you bring them up on them charges, they looking at you crazy because they don't really understand that you can't charge me for that. I didn't do that, or I didn't do this. But not even to get the charges, but to prevent the violations. Fuck even having to get them. If I fully understand the bylaws and I can interpret them and we all have the same interpretation, then I can prevent anything that may come. You feel what I'm saying? Or be prepared for whatever do come. And that's one of the things I think a lot of clubs make a mistake on is your new, and this is something that I would do if I was to start a club. All my new members would have to be able to recite to me 5 different portions of the bylaws. Be able to recite it, be able to stand up in front of the club and recite or pick 5 things from the bylaws that they feel like were most important to them and recite them. Because if you memorize them in order to be able to recite them, then that means I know that you read them, and then I would ask you for your interpretation of what it is that you think that you read or you read or what it is that it says to you. Because I'm telling you, that will save you a lot of headaches. Fuck just knowing the bylaws. Fuck just reading them. What is the interpretation of the club, of the founders, of the original members? When they wrote that bylaw, when they wrote that law into effect, what was their interpretation? What was the reason for writing the law? What does it cover? What are the parameters? And if you guys are all not on the same accord, then the bylaws are useless. I don't give a fuck how much you read them and have them and hold on to them and even memorize them. If you don't have the same interpretation, if all of us don't have the same interpretation and we all not on the same page, that is a problem. Dirty Broke, I love you, brother. What's going on with you this morning, man? You feel what I'm saying? That is a problem, and that's where we make our biggest mistakes. Because you want to understand it or read it and acknowledge it the way you want to understand it. Well, the thing about being in a club is that it can only be understood one way. I could write however I want to write it, but it can only be understood one way. It can only be exacted one way. And if we never sit down and talk about how this rule is exacted, then it can be violated. It can cause problems. It can be a whole bunch of bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Because you haven't sat down with the members, the founders, you know, and the founders need to know it like the back of their hand. This is your baby. This is what you're. If you don't, if you have a child, you know, and you don't read to your child, you don't sit down and help him with his homework. You don't sit down and constantly say, "What you learning in school? Hey man, let me see what you know." Then however he grows up, you're partly responsible for that. It's the same thing with your motorcycle club. You are fully 1,000% responsible for the progress, good, bad, or ugly, of the motorcycle club. And the only thing that you owe the club is to exact the rules. How can I exact brotherhood if I don't even know how to follow the rules of this particular brotherhood? Because that's what the bylaws are. That's what the Constitution is. Some clubs call them Constitution. This is the Constitution of the club, just like the United States. These blah, 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 the parameters and stuff, and then you got the bylaws. Well, if I don't have a correct interpretation of the bylaws, then how can I be a true brother? How can I honor you and not disrespect you or not get in your way when I don't know that I'm in your way because, oh, I read it that, well, whenever I ride by myself, or I read it like this. Well, I don't have to wear my vest. Where is it at? In the bylaws? It just said right here, if I'm by myself or whatever, I don't have to wear my vest, or it has to be 2 or more club brothers or whatever. But you know, I don't know. However, whatever you want. I'm just trying to throw something out there. But you need to have an interpretation. Everybody needs to have the same interpretation. Your members need to be quizzed on, hey, brother, the bylaw. We're gonna talk about just take 30 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? Just really take 30 minutes. 30 minutes during the meeting or every other meeting or just hold a fucking bylaws class. I don't know what you want to call it. But make it mandatory with the members where we can sit around, man, and go over the bylaws. We don't have to wait till an incident happen to try to correct the bylaws. Oh shit, man, this just happened. We don't want this to happen no more, so we're gonna implement this in there. If you constantly go over your foundation, if I'm building a house and I'm constantly making sure that my foundation has no cracks, no leaks, it's solid, it ain't being chipped off on or nothing, then when I build this house, I can for sure stand on everything about this house because the foundation is fucking solid. Not that, oh shit, I think it's started first. How's the foundation? Oh shit, that shit cool. It's cool. It's cool. Or is it ready? It's cool, sis. Yeah, I mean, I looked at it the other day. It's cool. No. You need more than that, man. When you're building your MC, when you're trying to be part of an MC, when you're trying to be a part of the brotherhood cannot be solid without the full understanding with everybody on one accord of the rules, the regulations, and the bylaws. It can't be solid because that's what governs your definition of that patch. That's what governs the definition of that patch's brotherhood. Those rules, that foundation. You feel what I'm saying? Those how you interpret those bylaws is exactly how in the fuck the club is going to be ran because it's going to be interpreted like this. But everybody knows that, not just you, because you wrote them or you one of the original members, and I know what they mean. I don't give a fuck with everybody. No, you can't have that attitude. We all got to understand what that means. Your road captains, everybody got to know how he wants to ride. You can't assign a road captain, but then you gonna ride your ride. No, when we're in this group ride, you gotta ride the road captain's ride. That is the number one person. The president, I'm gonna say this is something brand new for y'all. I'm probably gonna blow you away, and I'm gonna probably have to do a whole thing on it. The president of the MC is only the president when he's at home. When he's on the road, he also becomes a regular member, and your road captain is now the president because he's responsible for getting everybody from the clubhouse back to, well, from home, from your city and state, back to your city and state. He is the number one uno. He out-trumps the president in that particular situation when he's on that road. Your president duties are no longer needed, sir. We're on the highway. It's my responsibility. So how can I give you that responsibility as the road captain? But I want to tell you how to do your job. If you are appointed the road captain by your peers, they feel like, hey, he has the most riding experience. He has, he's going to be the most safe person. Then we're trusting him. Then let him do his job. You can't ride your ride in a group ride. You can ride your ride on an individual solo ride, but you can't ride your ride in a group ride. You have to obey that road captain. If you're a president, he tell you, hey, Prez, I want you in the middle of the pack. Then, Prez, you get your ass in the middle of the pack because he out-trumps you. He's doing his job. When it comes time to taking notes, the secretary, whatever his job is, when it's his turn to do his job, he out-trumps your presidency or your vice presidency. See, that's what I'm saying. You guys, a lot of the shit that's going on is going on because you want to be who you want to be at all times, regardless of if it's my turn to be who I'm supposed to be. You gave me the job, but fuck that. I gave you the job, but still it's all about me. No, when it's my turn to do my job, you sit your ass down and shut up and let me do my job. Period. Don't try to tell me how to do my job. Don't infringe on the parameters of my job. Don't try to backdoor my job. Let me the fuck do my job. Now, if I'm not doing my job effectively, and that can be proven, that can be shown, and we want to put somebody in that position, then we have a vote me out that position, vote in the next person, and I'm going to support him. I'm going to do it his way. You don't give the new secretary, hey, well, this is how we've been doing it, brother. Here you go. You got to learn how to do it like this. If you appointed that man as secretary, you can say, hey, brother, here's all the old information. This is some of the stuff that we used to do. This may help you. However you decide to take us into the next way. Because the sergeant at arms has a job to do. His job out-trumps your job, president, vice president, secretary, and the secretary. Well, I'm going to bring him what the club is requesting. He can't tell the man how to pay for it. He can't tell the man, well, I think you should pay cash or credit, or you should take cash, or you feel what I'm saying? You can't do that. You can't do that at all. You have to let each individual do their job. And it's the same thing with your foundation, with the bylaws. That's the only thing that we have to all agree on. We have to have the same mindset, same accord. It's the interpretation of the bylaws. What good are the bylaws if they're read in 17 different languages? We got the bylaws, there's 17 different languages in the club, but we only got the bylaws in one language. That means 16 other people ain't gonna be able to understand them. So that means they gonna just do what they I got them, I signed for them, but I ain't read them. I don't even know what they say. How can you hold your members accountable if you don't know for? Am I back or what, man? This service is fucking, it sucks, man. I don't know what the fuck going on. I think I'm back. Hello? Am I back, y'all? Somebody tell me I'm back. I'm sorry if I lost y'all. Anytime I go to preaching some real shit, all the bullshit starts. All right. So, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all about the foundation. Okay. Oh, man, I'm sorry about that little break. I don't know what the fuck going on. You coming in and out. You coming in. Am I back, everybody? Shit, I'm down to 5 viewers. Ain't no telling everybody left. Am I back? All right. Anyway, when I go to getting good, man, that's how Satan work. Um, but I just wanted to share that, man. I got a few more things to say, but I've been derailed already. I'm deflated. So, am I back? Anybody? Nobody know if I'm back. I don't even know if anybody on here now. I just refreshed. You're back. Okay. Anybody else back? It says I have only 3 people watching. Um, I don't know. Am I back? Anybody? Anybody else? Am I back? Joseph, am I clear or is it still breaking up? Am I back? Am I back? Yo, am I back? Am I back? Okay. Okay, I don't know what the fuck going on. Anytime I go to preaching good. ATL Hot Wheels, what's going on, my brother? Anyway, I just wanted to say that. I'm not gonna take up too much more of your time. Actually, my whole mind then got derailed with that bullshit. Okay. But I just wanted to say that, brothers, is that if you're gonna start a club, a new chapter, or if you're in an existing chapter, then the most important thing about the chapter should be the most important thing talked about in the meeting. If I got a company, if I'm opening up a brand new business, I got a cookie company, then when we have our meetings, I need to be talking about who got the best cookie dough. Did we get a better price on the cookie dough? Is this dough, how to sell, give out the Cash App? Cash App is $FHOHNIC. $FHOHNIC. You can cash at me any donation of your choice. I would appreciate it. I love you guys in advance for it. I thank you guys for it. If not, you can do the PayPal, the fastharleysonly@gmail.com via PayPal. Okay. But let's start talking about what's more important about the club. We come to these meetings and we do the little thing, and then we go to talking about where we going, who did this, who did that, this and that. Fuck all that. Let's talk about the most important thing of this brotherhood, which are the bylaws, the foundation. You need to add 30 minutes, an hour, 20. I don't know how long your meetings are, 15 minutes. Even if you said, hey, the secretary put together a plan. Every meeting he has a portion of the bylaws that we're going to discuss and go over, because interpreting the bylaws is more important than just reading the bylaws. You have to have, and you have to know this as a president and a vice president, that all of your members understand the bylaws, because if they know it in advance, then guess what? We can function better. We can move better. Our ideas, our thoughts, our thinking can be better. You feel what I'm saying? Everything just becomes better. When we understand the rules, we understand the direction, we understand where the fuck we going, how the fuck we got to get there. We understand that. How do you know how to pick the best route if you don't even know where the fuck you're going? We're going to Memphis. Okay, no, we're going to Tennessee. Well, what part of Tennessee? Nigga, Tennessee, that's all you need to know, Tennessee. Okay, well, where the fuck in Tennessee? Man, we going to Tennessee. Dude, that don't help me. We're going to Memphis, Tennessee. We're going to be staying here at this hotel, and I need you, road captain, to pick the best route. Okay, I got it, Prez. And then once he do that, do his job, he come back and say, hey, I got it, we going this way. No, we should be going this way. Motherfucker, if I'm the road captain and you gave me that's my job, and I'm an effective road captain, we're going to go the way I'm going to tell you we're going to go, because as an effective road captain, I done checked the weather. I done tried to check to see if there's any road construction delays or freeways that have been cut off, bridges that have been burnt up. You feel what I'm saying? I done did all that. So when I picked the route, God dang it, you as the president, the vice president, who sergeant arms or whatever, y'all gotta respect my route and ride it the fuck. You gotta ride my ride. When you're on a group ride, you have to ride the road. That is the only time I would tell you. I will not say, hey man, fuck everybody ride, they ride. I can't tell you that in a group ride. I can't tell you that, because that would be me going against the grain. In a group ride, you gotta ride the road captain's ride. If you want to ride with me, I'm going to ride your ride, because it's not that important. But if it's my ride and it's my trip and you jump on a trip with me, then you got to ride my ride. This is how I'm riding. I'm doing 900 miles a day. Well, damn, said I was thinking we could do 3. Well, look here, brother. I got to do 9. I got to get there and get back. So I suggest, brother, either, you don't catch this with me. Maybe I have another trip where we can fuck off and do 300 miles a day. But today, we got to do, this particular ride, I got to do 900 a day. So be it. But I just want to tell you guys that, man. Constantly go over, review, and discuss the interpretation of what it is that holds the club together, and that's the bylaws. Without the bylaws, you have no club. Without the rules and the regulations, the do's and the don'ts, and the understanding of it all, without any of that, you have no club. Okay? Anybody got any questions before we go? Again, thank everybody that hit the super chat. Thank everybody if you sent the Cash App, if you sent the payment via PayPal. Thank you in advance. If you're watching this and it's not live, you still have the opportunity to donate through Cash App, which is $ capital FHOHNIC, or through PayPal, which is Fast Harleys with an S only at gmail.com. All donations are welcome, and all donations are needed to continue the progress and or the site and moving forward of FHO. So also, man, we redid the new shirts. I've been having a problem with the design of the shirts. I had to take them from overseas, get here locally, so it cost me a little bit more money. But I'm gonna probably be able to drop a new shirt next week, so stay tuned for that. You know, that's always, the shirts are hot. This shirt is hot too. I promise you're gonna fall in love with it. But I don't know, man. I just wanted you guys to have that. Like I said, I don't pick a day when I'm gonna go live or pick a time when I go live. When it's on me, when the subject is hot, when my mind is filled with it, that's when I jump it off. You feel me? Other than that, that's what it is, man. So I hope anybody that's listening to this, if you need the Club Brothers, tell them to share the video with them, because that's what we need to be discussing, is the bylaws. That's what we need to know, especially the original members, the founders and the original members. They need to be able to recite the bylaws and to know the bylaws like the Bible, like the back of their hand. Different prices. The shirts go by size because the print goes by size. In other words, the same print that's on a 1X shirt, the same size print that's on a 1X shirt will not be the same size print on a 2X shirt. So you're not gonna have a big ass 3X shirt with this little bitty ass print on there. The prints fill out the shirts. So the shirts go from sizes, they go $5 per every X or something like that. I gotta look it up, how the formula, how we got it. And that's how that goes. All right. Well, there it is there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have any questions coming in. I hope this message was informative. I hope you guys understand what I was trying to get to you guys and bring to you. And I hope that this will be able to help somebody or help a club or help any members or whatever to understand what's most important to them. When you sit your ass on that toilet or when you got time, grab your bylaws, read them and interpret them, and then talk to some of your club brothers and see if they, hey man, when you, page 4, section 5, you know, point 3, when it says this, does that mean this? I don't know, because when I read it, I think it mean this. See, right then and there, that's grounds for getting an interpretation and an understanding. I'm just telling you. Slim J, what's up, baby? You feel what I'm saying? That is right there. That alone is that right there. You just created brotherhood, because now we got to work together to have the same understanding. See how easy that was? How long was I in an MC? I've been in several MCs. I think I've MC'd all together maybe, 6 years, 8 years. Thank you, Muddy Waters. That 360 is the beast. I got to get it to work right, man. It's been kind of tripping, but I think I did pretty good yesterday. We got the dealership today. We got Beale Street today, so I'll definitely be doing some 360. And then I'll be doing some of it at the party tonight. So today is the last day for the big hooray. And it's going down, man. We've had a ball. I've always had a ball. So Pittsburgh next weekend. I will be in PA area next weekend for the races. That will be a hell of a weekend as well, man. So it's just been an awesome time for me, man. I thank everybody that's made them donations. I thank everybody for supporting me. I thank all of you guys for the prayers when I'm traveling, when I'm not traveling, for my family. Dude, I thank you guys for it all. I love you guys. Truly, I do. Just speaking good knowledge, my brother from an MCR for 35 years with the one. Hey, there it is there, Robert. 35 years with one club. Now, that's the shit right there. I would love to meet you and interview you. How do you last 35 years with a bunch of niggas? With a bunch of ignorance. 35 years, honey. That's some brotherhood. Hey, man. Kudos, baby. Now, me personally, give me my 10 and let me get out the way. Let me, because 35 years is a lot. Anybody else got any more questions, man? It ain't easy, but with God, all there it is there. Keyword, y'all see the keyword? With God. But anybody else, real quick, we go. All right. So anyway, man, I love you guys. Stay tuned. Hope you guys are enjoying whatever I bring you the footage, the 360 camera. If you're watching, if you ever see the live video and you see some shit and it look weird, all you gotta do is touch the screen, turn around, move it. Matter of fact, let me see if I can do a demonstration while I'm on here with you guys. Now I'll see if I can demonstrate the 360 camera. I'm gonna do this for y'all because I want y'all to get this stuff. Okay. See if I can pull up a video. Okay, this was last night's video right here. Okay, can y'all see this? Now, while you're watching this, you're saying, well, what is, so I don't want to see that. So what you do is you turn this around. You see on your phone, you touch the screen, and you turn around and you get to see whatever it is you want to see. That's how bad. If you want to see the sky, hey, is it raining outside? You can go all the way to the sky. Okay, but you get to see what, so that when I said it, I try to position it somewhere where you can get enough of whatever it is you want to see. You know what I'm talking about? All the way, you can turn all the way around. All right, that's that, man. I don't want to get this video shut down for music. But anyway, that's the 360 camera. So if you're ever watching it, that's how that works. But anyway, that's my time. I love you guys. It's your boy, Big LFHOH, and I see. Keep some respect on that throttle. Love yourself enough to love me. Have a ball, man. Ride your ride, except if you're with the club and you're on a group ride. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Against all odds, what it do, baby? Anyway, that's my time, man. Share this video with friends. Tell everybody about the page. Let's get these subscriber numbers up. Let's get this knowledge up. And thank you guys all for your donations in advance. Trust me, man. I don't just be out here wilding out, balling out, you know, eating out, as that's not what I do. So anyway, pound for pound weekend is going down. Next weekend, baby, PA, I'm there, baby. Keystone Raceway, it's going down. It's going down. Sound competition. My man Munir Ali is coming to defend his title against my man Sean. So it's going to be awesome. Joey, all them cats, Team Money Cycles, everybody, Rick and them. So it's going to be going down, man. Of course, Gaddafi, the King Kong, he's going to be there to take all fade. So it's your boy, Big LFHOH, and I see, and I'm gone.